Paris, French prosecutors have launched a probe into Japanese printer maker Epson for alleged planned obsolescence in its products, using landmark consumer legislation that campaigners hope to turn against Apple as well. The investigation, confirmed to AFP by a legal source on Thursday, was opened in November and is being led by antitrust and consumer protection specialists in the French Economy Ministry under the instruction of prosecutors in the Nanterre suburb of Paris. It comes after a complaint by the association Stop Planned Obsolescence, HOP or Halt à l'obsolescence plutôt des sommes, which filed a case against printer makers Epson, HP, Brother, and Canon in September alleging they were tricking consumers into replacing ink cartridges before they were empty. The group filed a separate complaint on Wednesday against Apple after the U.S. tech giant admitted earlier this month that it intentionally slowed down older models of its iPhones over time. Reacting to news of the Epson probe, the Pro Recycling Association called it very good news. For the first time in France and to our knowledge in the world, judicial authorities of a country have taken up a case of planned obsolescence, HOP lawyer Émile Meny told AFP. Planned obsolescence is a widely criticized commercial practice in which manufacturers build in the expiry of their products so that consumers will be forced to replace them. It is decried by consumer groups as being unethical and is suspected of being particularly prevalent in the electronics industry, which produces mountains of unrecyclable waste each year. Hamon's law to tackle the problem. France passed landmark legislation in 2015 known as Hamon's Law, which made the practice illegal and, in theory, obliged retailers to say whether replacement parts were available. The law, named after former socialist minister Benoît Hamon, stipulates that a company found to be deliberately shortening the life of its products can be fined up to 5% of its annual sales, while executives can face up to 2 years in jail. The Epson case, if the initial legal inquiry finds enough evidence for a trial, could lead to the first prosecution for the crime, which some lawyers have warned will be difficult to prove in court. The company did not comment on the legal probe when contacted by AFP on Thursday. HOP filed its complaint against the printer manufacturers because of techniques allegedly used by them to force users to change their ink cartridges before they were empty. Printer companies earn far higher margins on replacement cartridges than on printers, which are often sold cheaply. Pointing to thousands of complaints online, HOP said that many printers stopped working when ink levels were shown as too low and also said other components were wrongly flagged as needing replacement. Earlier this month, Apple confirmed what critics had suspected for years, that it intentionally slows performance of older iPhones as their batteries weaken with age. The company said this was to extend the performance of the phone, which uses less power when running at slower speeds, and was to prevent unexpected shutdowns due to a low battery charge. It denied incorporating planned obsolescence, but on Thursday issued an apology for slowing down performance of older models and said it would discount replacement batteries for some handsets.